Kathy Quinn with R&K Distributing. R&K is a division of Floriani. And I want to thank you for coming to this month's construction portion of our spring coasters. Now we have created our design in our software. And remember, there is so much we can do with this. We could put happy birthday message in this. We could do a 4th of July patriotic party. There's all kinds of ideas. And remember, we can just switch these inserts in and out once we've completed our coasters. So let's go ahead and get started. I want you to take Wet N Gone Tacky. Now we're using the tacky so that we can adhere our fabric, or in my case, I used the Aida cloth that came in the coaster. It was a 3-inch circle, and I will tell you, double check and make sure the size of the fabric that you get in case the manufacturer has changed the sizes just a bit. But we're going to take Wet N Gone Tacky, and this month I used my quick snap hoop. Now, if you're not familiar with this hoop, I do have a 6-needle machine, which you can of course purchase at most of your dealers have some type of multi-needle. And if you are an embroiderer, it's a dream machine. But I've used the quick snap frame, and what's nice about this quick snap is I can go ahead and take my Wet N Gone Tacky. I would cut a piece. Of course, we always put it paper side up, but in my case, I went ahead and peeled the paper off and stuck my frame down to it because I have a flat frame. Now you would, if you're using your regular embroidery hoop, you would hoop your Wet N Gone Tacky, paper side up, peel the paper away, go ahead and put it on your machine and stitch out color number 1, which is your placement line to put your fabric onto. Now remove your hoop from your machine and place your 3-inch circle of fabric inside the placement lines. Now we are going to also place our Heat and Gone on top. And the nice thing is since we do have Wet N Gone Tacky, we can adhere that Heat and Gone very easily to our Wet N Gone Tacky, and all you need is a piece just a bit larger than your design. Now we are going to stitch out our design. We will remove it from the machine. Go ahead and remove your Heat and Gone from on top of your design, and know that it will perforate away very nicely. Anything left when we're finished, of course, you can take your iron and by pressing it without any steam, remove any little pieces you might see left. We are going to cut away the stabilizer from around your coaster. Now I used my rotary cutter, my hoop sitting flat on my cutting table, and just make sure that you don't cut too close and cut through any of your stitches. So you can see here that I have cut completely around that. And now I have just a little bitty border of Wet N Gone Tacky left on the outside of my stitches. I will take a bowl of water and a damp sponge. I buy those craft sponges, and you can buy them in a big package for 99 cents, and I find they're invaluable in the embroidery room. And as you can see, I'm just going to dab the edges of this stabilizer with this damp sponge. And what's going to happen is because Wet N Gone Tacky, it will evaporate almost. It's made out of spun alcohol and silicone, so you can see that it will start to come away very, very easily. I'm not going to worry about what's on the back of my coaster because that's going to be covered up with the cork. And with the Aida cloth, even though in the picture it looks like you can see through, you can't see the Wet N Gone Tacky on back. So we are just going to go around the edge and clean up the edge of this, and it will look so much nicer than if you try to trim your fabric really closely. That way you don't have any hairs of fabric or stabilizer sticking out through your beautiful satin stitching. Now you can see how easily that came away and how nice our little coaster insert looks. And again, think of all the different ideas we can have for this. We are now going to place your finished coaster insert face down, wrong side's going to be looking at you, inside the acrylic holder, and then they have a cork stopper that we are going to push into the back. This stopper will come out very easily as you wish to change your inserts. So I want you to enjoy your spring coasters, have fun creating new inserts for all occasions. Thanks for coming to this month's Project of the Month, and I look forward to seeing you again next month.